everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2023 Nissan Pathfinder and its base 6-speaker audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a quick look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations, and then we're going to head out on the highway and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you want to see the upgraded Bose sound system on the Pathfinder, check the link in the description. We've reviewed that one before. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. The Rock Creek version of the Pathfinder here, coming with some meaty tires, some accents around the vehicle, and some pretty meaty roof bars as well. I guess meaty is a good way to put this car. Maybe it should be red, kind of a meat color, but it does look kind of cool, even if it does have its shortcomings. If you do want to see more on this Pathfinder or the Platinum that we've reviewed before, check the link in the description. I have all the videos in there. It looks like the car has turned itself off. Let's get it going again. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. I recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear in the driver's seat. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory default, so let's take a look at those now. Pretty simple Nissan Infotainment screen here, but it is pretty easy to use, I will admit. We're in the media screen now. We're going to go to settings and then sound. We've got adjustments for bass, mid-range, and treble. Let's go through those now, or technically it calls it middle. Bass, middle, and treble. I will admit those clicks are a little tedious, especially when you're driving on the road and making adjustments, but typically you're not doing vast adjusting like that. Then you've got adjustments for front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance, and a bass enhancer. Let's turn that on. I think that's pretty gimmicky, but if you're someone who likes a little extra bass in all of your music, well, there you go. I don't know why you couldn't just turn your bass adjustment up, but it is what it is. And then you've got a speed sensitive volume adjustment, so as you get going faster and these loud Rock Creek tires get making noise, the volume will lift up. That's it for audio adjustments. For audio controls in the Pathfinder, you have a nice volume knob here. It's pretty easy to grab for both the driver and passenger. Nice clicks. You also have volume on the left side of the wheel. For track selection, you've got buttons here. You've got a knob here. If you're on the right screen in the infotainment, you can use a touch screen, or on the left side of the wheel, right by the volume control, you got track selection there. For audio inputs in the new Pathfinder, you have AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, USB-A and USB-C in there, Bluetooth, support for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but in this trim it's only wired. If you step up to one of the highest trims, then you get wireless. And I believe that is it. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, there's no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack and no sort of audio streaming services either. No Spotify or Pandora built in or anything like that. Not the end of the world. Personally, I would like to have wireless CarPlay, but I understand that in the lower trims you gotta kind of make some things that incentivize people to step up. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a pretty simple 6-speaker setup. Starting in the bottom left, you've got a door, kind of mid-range or woofer there. 1 treble or mid-range up there in the IP there, 2, 3, 4 on the other side, and then stepping into the back, you've got 5, 6 in the rear. Doesn't get much easier than that. Alright, well, that is the end of our intro section, so we're going to clean this stuff up and get out on the road. with this system are the vagueness in a lot of the mid-range hits, the lack of low end, and the fact that if you turn it all the way up, it's harsh in your ears. A lot of not really any great qualities. I suppose the only thing that's pretty decent is easier listening. It's decently balanced with some low ends down here and more of the highs coming off the windshield. For this next song, we'll turn the bass all the way up, see what these door woofers can do. It's pretty distorted, not too surprising. Honestly, sounds a little better with the bass enhancer off. Up my thoughts on the bass sound system here in the Nissan Pathfinder. Again, admittedly, the tires on this Rock Creek version are not doing this car any favors. It's very loud. It's creating a lot of noise into the cabin at highway speeds where you're realistically going to be listening to a lot of music. But even that, the low amount of speakers in here and kind of the cheaper end of them, it just can't really do much. You can't expect too much of it. I will say for simpler music, it does have a pretty tight sound. The mids and the lows are coming through fairly satisfyingly, and upon initial impression, you're like, oh, this isn't too bad. But you start cranking it up, anything too complex, and it does start to fall on its face. So this is a D system. It's a pretty good D system, but you gotta, it's below your average, and it definitely shows that Nissan wants you to pay and step up to the Bose, which isn't half bad. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Pathfinder, check the link in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.